Hi everyone. I just wanted to show you something that was going on when I was trying to upload specific files to my phone because white men just have to be my phone. What if she watches porn or what if she like opens up the camera and we can see her body? Well, why don't we do this? And come on, we're not supposed to be stopping all of that. Like, come on, right? All right, thank you. All right, so you guys see me save SDK, sorry, APK files, which are like Android files, right? So what they did was they tried to go into the syntax, right? So they go to the syntax for the APK file, which is Android. Oh, Dex files and everything. These files are not, this is not a file extension that we're going to use, right? So an APK is like for Android. It wouldn't be an SDK. No, this one I'm going to use. This jar.jar, by the way, let me pull this up. .jar file format. Okay, that .jar dot jar dot apk dot bin dot zor which is like which is anything. If I put where near and everything else, it just goes anywhere. So .jar APK, but this .jar is how you can have an iPhone and it has Android capabilities on it. And this is how you also have, yes, you can get an Apple phone and have an Android operating system on it at the same time to hack everyone's crypto and lie. You have to have this type of phone or that type of phone. I don't have that type of phone. Okay, you do because you have an app on there that allows you to have Microsoft on an Apple computer or Apple on a Microsoft. So then what ended up happening was I said, oh, what's going on with my files? Because I uploaded it here and I didn't see it populate as a .apk file. So they disabled .apk for the entire Android system. Then what ended up happening was King saw that and said, no, that there's women that are trying to get home. People's phone are just going to break. It's going to cause too much chaos. We're going to block that in the Akasha, but we're only going to give it to people that have an Android phone and an Apple phone because there's one that you can do for Apple too. So if you have Android or Apple and you're playing games, your phone's about to break. That's all I have to tell you. But again, why is it that when I save the file, I'm going to do it again? Okay. Approved 3 Akasha. Thank you, High Priest. And they just sealed every single file extension, every single one, even the ones in space that they created. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can do that bin dot. Oh, that's why. Let's see. And it's still, now let's see. Now I'm supposed to upload this here and let's see if it'll populate into an APK file. Oh, it's still uploading. So let me just wait. And let's see, because that means that they're actively playing games with the entire systems because he's recoding the internet because it's running off sex rituals on people of color. Where's a gun? Thank you. There's not many of them left, like less than, that's not even a number, way less. Out of all people on the planet that's still playing with a computer, it's the whites. There we go. But now wait though. See, I told you that that didn't work, even though it's right here on your computer. Right. Because you guys have seen me do an underscore. Now, what's different? Oh, just dismantle the underscore from the Android. Yeah, but 3 apps just broke. Okay, we'll stop playing with people's phones so we make it seem like Black people are not smart because that's what they built the entire world on. Black people are this and this and that. So then when you get to space, you won't have an Akasha. No more drama or Zorzai, right? Why are you making clones to be alive? I don't know. I just like bothering Black people. Okay. I've heard of that before. It's called jail. Now let's upload this. Shouldn't be any different because they. Ooh. I'm going to cancel this first. Let me cancel the upload. I did this one, right? .bin.apk. Okay, cool. So let me just open this up on my phone. All of a sudden offline. That's fine with me. Hey, let's see. Okay, so we're back on. So let me go ahead and I've resaved the file. And then let me go ahead and here. So you guys saw that right before your eyes, right? Okay, good. But look at this though. I have three different dot. So what are they saying for different developers in between? Like, okay, I want to code this and code that. Why is their system work but mine doesn't? It's the same exact code. Okay, I copied it and pasted it right into my computer. Why didn't it work? I don't really know. Are you sure you should be doing that at work? Are you sure you should be putting me in virtual reality and screaming in my ear? That's what they do to all the black and brown developers, coding systems, etc., that are not like that don't want to be involved in sex rituals with people's kids and starting a bunch of bullshit. They deactivate your code from the backend by playing with the Unicode system, just turning it on and off. Now, right? Ooh, this is no longer a doc. It's just like a file that like a text file. Ooh, look at this .xml. Ooh, yeah, they all at once came. They set everybody up. It's over. Everyone's phone is breaking. Oh, okay. So let me see. Mousey mouse. Let me download this. Now, if you look at my phone, right? Here we go. And then they said, okay, well, we'll just block bin.apk and not. Okay, let me download this one. Okay, it downloaded when it was .bin_apk. So when I did .bin.apk, it said, oh, we can't parse the file, meaning that we can't open it and distribute it to different like folder systems. Why? Because we went into the master folder system for Android and say block it from this type of Samsung phone. We don't know which one it is. It's Samsung A24. Okay, good. So then when you go into the Samsung phone, when you go into any phone, why did my phone just turn off? And that's what we're talking about with goofy bullshit with Asians, Chinamen starting shit, not a high priestess. A Chinaman, it's not like China. It's the one that misbehave and then weave themselves into those communities and make everyone look crazy. Just themselves, though, because we're the real ones. We don't fuck with them. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. So again, San Francisco, is it the 8X, right? The 8X, 8X, or is it the 9? Whoa, and that's the hood war that I'm about to bring up now because you want to start something. So let me go ahead and again, approved. I own all the networks now, and there's 3 levels of Akasha that I have to approve, moving all the networks to spiral systems. Perfect, the phone itself, and then on top of that, the network, 3 levels of the network. It's the mobile network, it's the Wi-Fi network, and the Wi-Fi calling, which is the Wi-Fi network, and then sometimes the network, but you can turn the mobile off and have Wi-Fi with one file folder on your phone, and then you defeat the need for a phone. Or so then what ended up happening is I just don't want to hear about it, bitch. Shut up. You just put in the phone number. This is my forever phone number. That's why somebody tried to take my phone number and it doesn't work. Oh, I just thought I was gonna like be you and text everyone off your number and like start a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that's why you went to jail. Okay. Well, now it works. Mhm. I just downloaded this .bin ____. It worked. And the mousey mouse .bin worked. Here, let me show you, because before it says I can't parse it out. How did I make that up? Let me show you this on my phone. All right. All right. Uh-oh. I wish I had like a better screen thing. So I have a mousey mouse right here. It's showing up as an APK Android file now, right? And then I have this one up here. It's bin_APK. Now let me go ahead one more time and let me try to resave this file. Instead of going and like just changing the file extension, let me go to the main file. Duplicate. You can just copy and paste and say, and just like, oh, new file. And that's just in your consciousness because that's the intention, right? So then what's gonna end up happening here is I'm gonna say .apk, right? When you finally realize that you're a fucking disgusting delusional ass being and you don't deserve to be around people of color, period. And that's why you're not, and you never will be, and you're null and non, and it's not and never will be, and it's an error if it is, good. And if it's an error, it's not because it's always rectified. Listen, so those are just right. Strings, holes, and loops, right? So use .bin.apk. Oh, okay. I said mousey mouse drama. Hi, cousin. I'm telling you, starting lethal shit. Just walked up the house. Woo. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me delete that. Let me remove this because it's supposed to be .bin. Okay, I guess I can Zoom again. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen one more time. All right. Thank you. Let me delete this. And then, whoa. Mousey mouse. Mousey mouse with 234 east. APK bin underscore APK. If I put a capital, it goes to all those networks, all those servers that they make, but I don't need to do all that because we already broke them and we own them. Okay, good. And it just downloads as like a like file, but it should be populating as like .apk, but it still can. Right, but now why is it populating a text file? Because this is saying that there's a text file you can open. Like, let's say, for instance, if I open up my phone, that's what they're doing because people are getting mined about what white people are here to do. Thank you. You can keep on with me, bitch, all day. You see me, you walk right past me. You run your mouth, you walk right past me. You get a virtual reality, bitch, you walk right past me. You still get cussed the fuck out. You still get your ass whooped, shot at, fired, poisoned, etc. So I don't really know what the fuck war you're fighting, bitch. It sounds like you lost. So let me go ahead and download this. So thank you. Android system broken. Just get a new phone. There's one more tool, Akasha, that I'm owning for every single keyboard type, every Unicode type, every single type of like symbol that can exist, every color of that symbol, every weighting of that symbol in regards to like, oh, is it font 28, bolded, italic, etc. All the way to universal subset 88 only I do because of how these stupid hoes came to play. Like, oh, I can get a body on planet Earth and come have a mate. I've heard of that place. That means I can stalk and hang on the priestesses and then come to back to my planet and be like, oh, hi, I didn't know you were on planet Earth, like this bitch right here. Stay right there. The high priest is coming to get you. And that's exactly what I'm talking about in regards to why white people and Asians, you have no business being on my system. None, period. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, by the way, you wanna seal the white of your eyes on Magic, go ahead and approve for all doing that. And then approve for several high priestesses, and several people just got arrested today at a hacker house just now. They just went and raided it because they already had a warrant for their arrest. Thank you, high priest. There are 3 more. Thank you. 2 of them just left the house. So okay, right, fucking stupid. One of them is the clone that you heard about. Like he has Meek's best friend, his DNA, and wearing his Yeezys. Thank you. You can handle that one because you looks like in Philly. So, anyways, that's what we have for now. So we're able to get our SDK file. You guys saw it right here, though. You saw it right in front of you, live and direct. I saved it as one file version. I try to save it as another, it wouldn't populate because they're playing with the whole system in the background. But that just shows you how easy it is. If it's that easy to go ahead and do that, why isn't it that easy to go ahead and like open up like immigration reports or fix websites or do this or do that? Why does it take like years and months? Oh, because you're brown and we're supposed to be causing hella drama because that's how we built Akasha. Oh, so you start hella shit with brown people because you think it's gonna get you spiritual powers? And then you molest kids to get those same spiritual powers that you're supposed to get from causing trauma. Because you're nutting in your mom and your dad. Okay, cool. So then what we're gonna go ahead and do here is I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And why can't I email this? Because Google has kind of blocked that because of the way people were opening different files and it was loading shit onto their computer or their phone, etc. Okay, so my computer is great. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna just keep on breaking the internet. I'm gonna be fixing up this like crystal file where I take my crystal meditations, convert them into specific text and video and MP4 or MPEG files, and then turn them into binary code and then run the internet off like sound meditations made from crystals that have a bunch of spirals and other things tied to them and a bunch of shit going on. Oh yeah, let me show people this. I think that this is hella funny how they got all my data online. from hacking my phone, right? Because how did you get this? Oh, right. Because white people have like, oh, we made this too, not off of, you didn't make anything that didn't take people of color. Oh, yeah, well, let me just ignore the history book. What did you build that didn't take electricity from a person of color or Leo, metal from a person of color or Azteca, right? Some type of wiring, which is the mind of a black bitch, right? Because that's my energy in my system, Daisy. So what did you create? Okay, good. Here, I can go ahead and save these as like, I can save this as like this, web page complete. And then I go here and say .xml, .php, and then I have a living server for gold at all times. How did you do that? Because the chemical sequence for gold is right there. So I just activated magic. Oh, and you thought you were gonna play with white people? You're so stupid. I'm so happy that I'm actually black and not like ratchet bitches. Yeah, she thinks she's like white, and you can tell the type of person. Okay, I didn't know she didn't live in the suburbs. I didn't know that she was from your hood. Okay, Brandy getting 8 emails this week. What are you doing with Daisy? Yeah, I know her from high school. But well, she thought that she was white from the suburbs. You told everyone that Daisy was from the suburbs and got me shot at because people know that I know her. Now we're from Hayward because look at our yearbook. Oh, what the fuck? Woo! Because something happened with like a few murders, and that's why Brandy's trying to hide where I'm from. Okay, well, yeah, she just think that. Why are you calling me Brian? I'm not the one that I'm going to church and da-da-da-da. Remember acting white and shit like that? Now, I want you to bring up that same energy. And why are white people running in and out of our hood though, with your name and your energy? Well, that's because you work for the feds, bitch. See, being intelligent is not an equation of white, and that's stupid, and that's a spell that's about to get somebody murdered in space. Cut her up and keep her animated while it's going on. So stupid. It's a bunch of holes on meth in space running around. That's my mate. It's a magic that they put to get people gang stalked. Well, I don't like her as a priestess, so the way that she's gonna have to suffer because of me and I don't have a mate is I'm gonna go around and put piss and feces in everyone's food, right? That's what they do. I'm gonna put piss and feces in everyone's food. Then they're going to eat a magic. Then everyone's federation, which is trillions, are going to die because they're all going to get activated and go to war. That's my mate because I'm looking at her face. That's my mate, though. And then federations start going to war, but their mates, what? Oh, yeah, that high priestess, right? Let me think Carla, for instance, a few of them. Yeah, that's Carla's mate. Okay, let me start showing her. Glamour the whole hood, glamour the whole fucking planet. The next thing, several trillions of planets of bitches after you because you're with my mate. Why did you change my kasha? Though that's my mate. We have children all the way up. Look at our faces all the way up. To get you stalked and harassed. That's what these stupid, goofy bitches, I'm telling you, these category holes, you're gonna get somebody's head cut off. People are not fucking with it at all. They don't want no parts of it. Get that bitch off the planet, get on your knees. You're not understanding. Holes will have you killed. So that's what these bitches are playing with. So when they think that the internet is so complex, it's not. It's very simple because all they do is go to the octopus. Oh, can you upload this? Yeah. Get some kid, go ahead and put this in here and here, because only certain people can activate portal functions. So who's been playing like that? Thank you. It's officially done. Right. Another thing that they do, oh, that's my mate. And they activate goofy bitches, but you don't have a mate. It's in your Akasha, you're illegal. Yeah, but I know that that's my mate. I know that Imhotep is my mate. I shouldn't have been bothering Imhotep, but I know that that's my mate. I know that that's my mate. I know that that's my mate. So you get ridiculous bitches on meth, just activated off dick magic because they take the chemical sequence of you and your mate having sex after spying and playing with your kids. Like, why am I seeing my mom and my dad doing now? Are they fighting? My mom is screaming too, and my dad is talking. Why is that happening? And then they use the memory crystal, tie it to a server, and then they start using that chemical sequence on goofy shit. I don't know why I'm acting. Whoa! I'm telling you, when I go, I haven't even told you how far they go with magic. I'm gonna let you just see. Because in a minute, somebody's gonna say, Daisy, hey, real talk though, how do I kill? Just start killing them because they're in physical bodies on planet Earth. Oops. I shouldn't have been doing all that, as above, so below, right? So every single bitch that got involved, shoot. You tonight, I don't want to hear nothing else. These category holes, they took it so far, they wrote legislation, I don't give a fuck about it. Ban all of them. Your whole entire community, but we're immigrants. No, you're not. Your mom came here. You're all leaving. Oh, okay. Whoa. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck if you're not charged or anything. I'm picking you up. I know you're one of them. They caught me on planet Earth. Whoa. That's what these holes do. And they're so fucking disgusting. Look at this. That's my child. I'm supposed to be having that child. Okay. Go and play with the octopus, climbing several levels up with the stupid bitch in between. Playing. That's a clone just of one other bitch. That's playing from another reality. Are these people cognizant of what they're doing? They're very aware of what they're doing. They're banished. It's always an illegal, or it's always a banished bitch. Always. It's always a bitch that does not have shit. You have no Akasha. You're banished. You're not even supposed to be here. Because two people decided to fucking just go. Because everyone has a mate. So who went to go and play? That's the original. It's 3 types: slavery, incest, and you're not my mate, but why did I lay with you? Oh, because you just don't know about mate yet. You're like only 16. Yeah, but why did I have sex with you? I'm not even interested. I want to go study. I'm going back to the temple. I don't feel comfortable crying and hella shit throwing up everywhere. That's how these bitches started. That's how they started. That's how they started. That's how they fucking started. Every psychedelic destroyed. Why? Oh, okay. Well, we shouldn't have been doing that much. And when they hear how they act, and when people hear how they act, they know for a fact that there's another force on this planet that's real. Because I've seen a bitch act like that. Now I know that you're being ran by space by a demon on meth. Now that these niggas know it's not that spiritual, they're gonna come clapping at you. Candles, reversals, nah, get a gun. They're gonna start clapping at you. These category holes that they unleashed on the planet, I'm telling you, these holes have sat here for 2 years trying to get my response. They even made some computer program where they're making fake responses. See, I told you we can get her to respond. Okay, but it says you typed it in here. Oh, I didn't. Whoa, respond to what? Well, if people thought that like you're responding to Matt Haney or wondering what he thought about certain things, then he wouldn't get in trouble for uploading you. Why the fuck would I care what the white pedophile has to think or what he's going to do with that? Why do I care? Why are you uploading me? Well, I got charged and I just was trying to make it seem like it was going both ways. It wasn't, but you go both ways or one, and it's just in and out of children and other men. Right. So I don't really understand what the fuck you're talking about, but I do know people are getting angry and there's a time limit on something that's going to start an explosion this week. I think that people don't understand balance because a chemical sequence is missing several. You don't understand what it means to suffer because you're on drugs. You don't understand what it means to have realizations because you're missing a core sequence that creates realization in 6 other chemical reactions. You don't understand what murder looks like. Somebody sat there and got her arms and limbs cut off and was like, wait, what? Had no idea what happened, went right back to starting shit. She just there's something like a crazy building block. By the way, it's Betsy Block from Building Blocks or whatever the fuck from Mills. There's something like strong missing in your mind that's blocking you from seeing like your imminent demise. But you're seeing it and you're not. And you're avoiding it and you are. But I'm still bringing it down. You're gonna get hit as well. Because for whatever reason, you still keep on fucking playing with me, bitch. You're playing with the entire planet. You're playing with goofy, delusional category holes. That's what we call them. People were so like, oh, what? It was so ratchet that the suicide forest is like a place for families and parties now. You mean the suicide forest in Japan? The suicide forest in Japan that was like infamous for don't go there and there's this and that. People realize it's just suicide holes playing with magic and you're a yokai and you're twerking in space and doing sex work and screaming for cookies and crumbs. Okay, I see. And that's what completely dismantled like this fake ass like spiritual reality that they're trying to create. I'm just gonna keep it hella real with you. Just start kidnapping them and killing them. No one really cares. No one's getting charged. You clap at the police, no one cares. Half of them are your flanklet anyway. And I'm just gonna keep on telling you guys the same exact thing. Just pay attention. You're gonna see it yourself because several of these category holes are about to expose themselves in the political space. That's where they go get jobs. So they can escape like what they're doing to people of color in like work and office and school. Like, oh, let me go get this job because I did too much with that priestess. And if I don't work here and start this and start that, then I may not be able to survive on the planet. Why are you here? And then why are we here though? Right. And then doing goofy ass nonsense where like, oh, you know, like, oh, let me go ahead and play with like the color spectrum on the entire like Unicode system. Like, oh, the whites of our eyes, oh, we don't have that color spectrum, but put like these ones together and then destroy photos of animals and then connect it to the animal and then destroy photos of people wearing a certain clothes. And then, oh, look at him now. We found him because we put this color spectrum. He's in a white tee. Let's send this to Chris Ray. That's how people have been getting charged for. You mean to tell me that there's a stupid bitch in space that took a copy of my fucking phone because she molested my daughter and got. And I'm telling you, this is what it takes to get it stacking on these holes. You have no clue. Every time I mention these category holes, block, unsubscribe. Hey, I lost like a whole bunch of money. Everyone like did chargebacks. Okay, you used to donate to me all the time. Now you took $5,000 right out of my account. How am I supposed to feed myself? Think about it, bitch. So then, because everyone knows that you're involved because you are a category hole, because why are you involved with them? Because if you're not ending it, you're involved and you're supporting it. Seven Boomer, he's a category code. He's a banished nigga in space that they made fake melanin and whatever out of like, not even melanin, fake coloring. His mom's a Hanifi. He has sex with his family. They all mate with each other. His father was never in the military. He was a Hanifi. Thank you. They go into different religions, going to church, mosque to mosque. When it's done in Islam, oh shit, and they got caught trafficking people's kids. Let's go play in the church. When they get caught there, where are you wearing a pink hat? I just saw you in a hijab down in Philly. Now you're in Detroit. Then you go back down to a hijab, and that's what they do. That's what they do, and then they play in the spiritual community. They're all from space. These category hosts got caught. Remember my teeth? And I said that they put something in my teeth in the water supply. Now all of a sudden my teeth are back because you can't play with this light, right? Because it's real light. It's all dark and you can see my teeth. So then what happened a few days ago? Oh, we were putting nonsense in the chemical in the water supply because we were just jealous of your teeth. What does that have to do with me though? I don't know. Why did you destroy the whole entire water system in LA? Well, we don't know. No food, no speech, no planet, no Akasha, no mate, nothing. They just destroyed the US dollar. Something just crashed with like 3 banks. Good. I think it should keep on going. I knew what you were doing the whole time with the color spectrum. I just figured, oh, okay, well, I'll just get money when the time comes and then you'll figure it out because you have none either. Because that's why you're talking to me and that's true. And that's why you're stalking me and that's also true. So now let's continue. That's what they do. They try to code error into like the computer and then tie it to chemical sequences and say, oh, well, it works in their consciousness. That's not how it works. They go to space and they start a bunch of bullshit and drama and chaos, and then we eat certain food that activates it. But we also can overpower it unless they're playing with forces of physics, like crazy ass spirals. Are like, okay, it's gonna spiral this many bits, boom, and then we'll compact it and compress it on, right? So that you can never unravel it, or it's really forceful. Here, let me help you with an octopus tentacle. You see that? You see this octopus tentacle? Here. Great. You see that? It's not that hard. These bitches are not doing anything special. They're just playing with people's kids. That's just really it. They're just playing with people's kids and molesting people's kids and starting shit. That's all they do. And now, one of the things too is like, you guys have to think about this. How do they access these people's kids? How do they get to these planets? By going on planet Earth, putting nonsense in your food and water supply, playing in your car, your energy field, listening to stupid category holes online like Shantae, making those fake subliminal sound meditations because she got jealous of me, which is how they get into your energy field. And it's me. Now I'm giving you spiritual messages. I'm your higher self. And got fucking that's why she's not in Atlanta anymore. She's on the run. She's not in North Carolina. She's in DC. And they've identified her. It's done. So that's what these hoes do. And then what they do is they molest you, or they get involved in drama, or they play with your kids, mainly the kids, because there's a certain adendochrome, a spiral, and then they combine like 3 other things like, oh, there's a child, they're innocent. But how are you a child though when you're like 56? Oh, I didn't know that people can see. Oh, let me go into this Akasha and that Akasha in another body and go, like, let me just go play over there. And like, oh, I didn't know that they can see. That's what these holes do. It's only a few of them all over space. If you could only imagine how long this fight has been going on. I'm telling you guys right now, some of the shit that you guys are about to like see in the media, I'm talking about it now. You're already seeing it with the proof of chaos. You're going to see something very sickening happening in the media to several females, and no one's going to care. And people are going to know this because they're category hosts. It's already been happening. They left her like body on the front, on like the White House lawn, and it was like Black Dahlia. Women were looking and taking pictures like, whoa, not even afraid. No one's afraid. No one's afraid. No one's scared. Just like I said, they're partying in the suicide forest because they figured, oh, you're a category hole in space. I was afraid of that place. You're just like a whore in space starting shit. Let's go clean that place up. They cleaned it up. Everyone has parties there. There was a wedding there, baby shower.